The following is a Journey into Comics Network production.
Hey, this is Veronica from Foodies Watching Movies, and you're listening to the Journey into Comics Network Best of the Week show. Highlights from all the episodes on the network this week. Enjoy!
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Journey into Comics.
I rewatched it, the whole thing.
Oh, you do watch
Season 1 and 2.
I know you.
I was just saying
one,
earlier I wanted to do that. I was like, man, now that we watched season 2, I really want to watch season 1 again and then season 2 again. But that also kind of like correlates with what I was telling you, Nate, earlier today about this article I read on Facebook saying that if you binge watch TV shows, it releases like more dopamine in your brain, which is like the feel good, hormone or whatever. And when you stop watching it, it like kind of makes you crash a little bit.
So you should keep binge watching shows.
I guess so. It's like a drug, a natural
Just
drug for
never
your brain.
Stop.
You could do the whole season of Stranger Things in like a day and a half. The two seasons.
Mm-hmm.
If you were dedicated, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
if you
I
had
mean,
that
shit,
kind of
if you
time.
woke up early in the morning and started with episode 1 of season 1, you could probably get it done in a day. It'd be like 17 hours right about.
Yeah.
Well, we
Ain't
have to
nobody
watch
got time
How to
for
Train
that.
Your Dragon at least twice a day. So
You have to watch what?
How to Train Your Dragon
Aw.
every morning, at least.
A dragon movie.
A dragon movie? Yeah,
Ollie
you can
didn't
watch
really
the
like
dragon
that
movie.
one. I think it kind of scared him a little bit when we watched it, but we watched it like when it came out, like maybe I can't remember when.
We moved from Moana to that, and I can't say that I'm mad about it.
Glad that Moana finally ran its course.
Well, no, he watched it today.
Yeah, we watched it today.
We haven't seen Moana yet, but all the little girls at the preschool are talking about Moana, and they are all singing Moana songs now.
It's on Netflix.
Okay, well we'll have to check it out.
Everything's
I
on
love me a good
Netflix.
Disney movie.
Not everything, unfortunately.
So season 10, I think, is going to be... Or season 10. Jesus, my numbers are off,
You
guys.
keep making the
What are you
show
talking
go
about,
longer,
Nate?
Nate.
It's not going to
Get your head
happen.
in the game.
Okay, season 3 of Stranger Things, I think will have 10 episodes. And then season 4 of Stranger Things, I feel, is going to have 11.
I see what they did.
Because they
there.
did 8 in season 1, 9 in season 2, and then 10 in season 3, 11 in season 4. It just makes sense to me. It'll be the final season.
That's
they can
good
have a little
symmetry.
little extra story. I don't know. I don't know what the
Well,
Duffer
here's
Brothers
hoping
have
because
planned.
that's a nice marketing opportunity.
Yeah, but again, you don't want to force it. Just let the story tell itself. When once you get where you want to go, just let it go until you feel like it's done. And whether that does take 10 or 11 episodes, or whether that takes 7 or 8, for another one.
I know, but there's so many characters and there's so many, good storylines that they could fill up 11 episodes easily and not make people sick of it.
They were in 8th grade this year,
Yeah.
so next year they're going to be in high school.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's going to be a whole other story arc of them entering a new realm of their life. It's almost like a passage of rite is going into high school and being completely and utterly uncomfortable with yourself.
They're going to go back to being the small fries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I'm really
seem like they're
interested in
super
seeing where they're
popular
gonna go.
anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they're definitely
Fucking
already the small
Stacy.
fries, but it's going to, be amplified. Well, yeah. And then, when are Nancy and Jonathan going to graduate? And Steve? They're in high school. What grade were they
Steve
in?
was a senior this year
Yeah, they're all seniors.
because he was talking about not going to college and just working for his dad. And I think Nancy's a junior.
Okay.
Is she?
and Jonathan's the same year as
Yeah.
Nancy. Yeah.
Okay.
So, soon.
Well, I like them together as a couple.
That was
I do
weird,
too.
though.
It was adorable.
That was
and
like
awkward and
the
weird.
most awkward sexual tension moment where this drunk dude's just calling it like he sees it.
I know, with 2 teenage kids, that's so inappropriate and fucking weird.
Yeah.
So how was the pullout?
Yeah, it's like, really? These are
The couch.
barely just grown-ups. They're children.
Yeah. But
Ew, when did I turn into one of those grown-ups?
What does that mean?
I feel like I'm starting, as I'm getting older, I am 30 now. And as I'm getting older, I feel like I'm starting to resonate with the grown-ups in the movies that I used to love watching, as opposed to like the kids, which are the main characters.
Oh God, yeah. I feel like I don't relate to them on like a kid level. I'm like, now I'm your mom.
Right. Like I was watching Little Mermaid with Oliver not that long ago, and King Triton was like reprimanding his 16-year-old daughter for wanting to run away and get married. Like thinking that she's like a grown up and whatnot, and I was like,
but
"Oh
Daddy,
my God!"
I
It's like,
love
bitch,
him.
calm down. You're 16. You can't be getting married. What are you thinking? You insane?
Like, you don't love him. You're 16. Just get over it.
Yeah, for real. Like,
So what kind of crap has been going on? We were talking about being more like, mature and adult here. What is going on with the media? And them referring to Millie Bobby Brown as a sexy actress.
Oh, it's
She's
gross.
13.
I don't like it.
oh, I haven't heard anything about that.
Why
I
are
try
they
to live my
doing
life
that?
drama free.
Okay, so they recently, I don't know what the magazine was, but she was listed as one of the sexiest actresses, right?
That's super weird.
She's 13,
She's
I
like
think,
super
right?
young.
13?
Yeah, she's
That's like
13.
exploitation, like what they did with Tatum O'Neal. Whatever.
So, like, it's just, I personally, I think that there's a lot of really fucked up shit happening in Hollywood now, and I think it's all going to get burnt to the ground, and they're going to have to find a way to start over, because shit's not pretty in that world, and stuff like this should not be happening. Finn Wolfhard, the kid that plays Mike, right?
Yeah.
He came out recently and he's like, don't harass my friends or none of us are going to try to talk to you. Talking about the cast of Stranger Things. They're all younger kids. And he's like, seriously, y'all are adults. You cannot harass us. That's not going to get us anywhere closer to you. It's creepy.
And you can't sexualize children.
Exactly.
Because they're children and that makes you a pedophile.
Right. That's just like Hollywood. You have to be really careful with child actors. I feel like that's why there hasn't been like a lot of things like Stranger Things anymore, because the children are like being mistreated and they just don't even want to deal with it. So nobody's making shows about them anymore.
That's why everybody in High School Musical was like 27.
Right. They cast early 20-somethings to play teenagers.
Oh gosh, what was the?
Like we don't
Was
know.
it the guy in 90210? Which actor was it? He was like 30 or something, 35.
What? Really?
I don't think I'm old enough for that
Luke
show.
Perry.
Well, I'm sorry.
Are you talking about Luke
I'm showing
Perry?
my age here. I used to watch 90210 sometimes when I was a kid,
I led a very sheltered childhood.
and
I think you're talking
I'm looking
about
up
Luke
your
Perry,
original-
right?
Luke Perry. See, I was getting him confused with Matthew Perry, and I'm like, that's not right.
Wrong
Matthew
guy.
Perry's
No,
wrong.
it's the wrong one. Not
Yeah,
Chandler.
Luke Perry. I'm trying to see how old he is now. He's 51 now.
Holy shit.
Luke
And
Perry still
the,
looks pretty good, though.
Beverly
He's
Hills
holding up.
90210 debuted in 1990.
I
Whoa.
can't math that fast. I'm
So
sorry.
I
That was
mean, well, it was
27
like
years ago.
27 years ago.
Oh, true.
So he was
And-
34? No.
It was close to that. But I just remember hearing that and went, that is so weird that they got this dude who is that old to play like a high schooler.
Yeah. It seems kind of unusual for that time period, at least. Like, you'd expect that from the late 90s and into the 2000s, but not so much in the early 90s.
All right, so a couple things I wanted to do on this Stranger Things podcast. If you could tell me one, go ahead, your favorite scene from this season, starting with Veronica. What scene was like your most memorable scene this season?
Well, there was a lot of different things about Stranger Things, too, that I liked this season, but I really did like the relationship between Dustin and Steve and how that unfolded. and I thought they had some really good, funny scenes together, and it was like very like reminiscent of those old '80s coming of age movies, and I liked that. It was good. This was a very satisfying season.
Brando?
Wow. As I'm trying to think about what one of my favorite scenes are, and it would be, I liked. Man, you really put me on a spot here. Because it's very easy to say, like, you know, the very end when they're at the snowball, and you know the stalker music is playing, and it flips upside down to show like the upside down high school.
Oh, that was so rad, wasn't it?
Yes, and hovering over the high school is the Mind Flayer. I liked that a lot. And then, as a side, I like this too. When Billy's hanging out in his room, jamming to some Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
With the Kill 'Em All poster on the wall.
Yes, he did. That album would have just come out the year before.
I know.
So it's like a fairly fresh album if we're talking about Metallica history in regards to the Stranger Things timeline. God, that's a bitchin' album. He was cool as fuck in that regard, but he sucked everywhere else.
God, that guy was so gross. And then he put like cologne all over his. Oh my God.
He put it on his junk too.
Yeah.
Had that cigarette
No,
hanging
thank
from
He
his
looked like
mouth,
Kiefer
and he
Sutherland
looked so-
from Lost Boys. That fucking earring.
He's trying to be like 80s James Dean, kind of like looking, you know.
Yeah, and those pants.
I like the hair product.
Yeah, the Farrah Fawcett hair.
Conversation with Steve and Dustin. That was really cool. And then Dustin showing up with the hair product in his hair.
Mm-hmm.
was really fun.
And it's just completely different because his hair is so curly.
I know.
Right.
So now he looks like he's got like almost like a Jerry curl going on.
Mm-hmm.
That pompadour.
Yeah.
Kate, what about you? What was your favorite scene or something that was super memorable from this season?
I really liked that we got to see Dustin's mom because
Oh my God,
I feel
yes.
like I connect with her because I'm such a cat lady.
It's so real. I loved her relationship with Dustin and how adorable they were, like laughing together for no reason.
And she's such a supportive mom too. She's like, yeah, you go do the
I
thing.
know. She's so sweet.
But then
Muse.
I also really liked at the I think it was the last episode when Steve's just like, we're not doing this, and all the other kids are like, yes, we are. Just you're
They're
along for the
children of
ride.
the
Deal
corn.
with it. He's like trying to be responsible, and they're just like, we have to go,
Right.
and it turns out for the best.
When he's coaching Dustin in the car, like how to like talk to the girls, and then Dustin does that little purr thing.
the growl.
yeah, don't do that.
I will say if I'm thinking about favorite scenes from this season, really, I think when the Mind Flayer gets taken out of Will, that scene with the actor that plays Will, Noah Schnapp, and the whole cast that was in that room, Nancy and Jonathan and Joyce, like when Will's getting burnt to fuck up, like that's an insane and intense scene to live through, to think about, like putting yourself in Will's position as the kid who's like has to go through it, or putting yourself through Joyce Byers' position
Or the brother, Jonathan. That
like
was sad.
it's all high stakes. And then if you're Nancy, you're watching your brother's best friend possibly die in front of you. How traumatic.
Yeah, it's a stressful situation
But
for all parties.
I liked that scene. And then also I really loved the scene with Dart, well, not with Dart, but with Steve, Dustin going into the crawl space basement area to see if Dart was still there.
Oh yeah, that was scary.
And of course, whoa, big trouble.
Yeah, he
got
tunneled
out.
out.
He figured his way out. So yeah, I liked that a lot.
I like Dart's relationship with Dustin as well, based on mutual love of nougat.
Man, you have to shed a little tear for the Demodog when he's lying there dead next to the nougat wrapper. I was just like, aw,
R.I.P.
son of
Dart.
a bitch.
I'm definitely Team Dustin there. I love a good nougat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Team Dustin. Nougats are
Three
delicious.
Musketeers for the win.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Puhr Report. I am your host, Andrew Puhr, and I want to thank you for joining me. It's been a crazy week. It's been another week of traveling for me. I've been in Colorado, and I've been doing a lot of work, so I haven't had a chance to explore the city too much. I've finally made the trip out to the Coors Brewery, though, because where I'm working is in Golden, Colorado, and that's the famous place where they make all the Coors products, and that's actually where they make Blue Moon, which is separate from the place where I went to the Blue Moon Brewery, which makes basically everything but Belgian white, which is the most popular flavor. The Coors plant being the larger and a giant. I've driven past it multiple times, and it just stretches on for miles. I think you would need a shuttle or a car to go from one end to the other to do anything. It's a massive, massive place. And went there. I didn't have time to do the tour because I was trying to catch right before my flight out. I wanted to pick up something for my future brother-in-law because I know he really likes Coors Light and those products. So I went in just to use the gift shop. So I talked to the guy because it's such a popular place for tours. They actually have a parking lot and a shuttle service to take you to the front tour entrance. So we kind of go in, and it's like any other, kind of like a museum you go to where like you go in, they give you a card and they take your picture. So like at the end you can get your picture in front of something. But it's kind of nice about this place is the next booth you go to, you hand them your ID and you get a green wristband, which gives you one free drink of whatever inside. So if you're, depending on the time of day, if you're in the mood for a drink, you can get it. But since I was just going to the gift shop, I took it, didn't end up using it though. But kind of got to see a little bit of the kind of interesting stuff about the Coors Brewery. Got to see like an old copper kiln and some neat pictures from how it started out when it was just the banquet beer. And going upstairs, I got to see this massive gift shop. It's the size of a department store. It had merchandise for a ton of different brewery stuff that I like. It's not just Coors products or Blue Moon products, but stuff I wasn't expecting. Like they had like Stella Cidre stuff. They had Crispin stuff. They had Leinenkugel stuff that I didn't really think was made there. And it might just be that the overarching brand, because it is Miller Coors, maybe some Miller products are also made there and not in like Wisconsin. But so that was kind of interesting, and got to find some I liked, and some stuff I did want wouldn't fit in my suitcase if I wanted it to, so I couldn't get this giant wooden Blue Moon sign, because Blue Moon I think is I won't call it craft beer because Blue Moon's not really a craft beer, and I'm sure Nick over at Brews With Dudes might disagree, but yeah, I think if something that's that well knit, it's just should be a domestic beer at that point. It's not really a craft or an import. But so I got to check that out, and I got a few things that ended up working out, and I added another shot glass to my collection because I have a little display glass thing with a bunch of shot glasses on it. I almost have it full, so that means I'll have to get another one or get a bigger one or however I decide to do it. But nice little thing, and I always like to do it when I travel, is I get a shot glass from something either I did when I was traveling or something from a place I went. So I have one from Colorado and one from the Coors Brewery now because I've been through both. So kind of nice to get something as a little memento, because you can get a t-shirt, you can get some article of clothing. Sorry about that. My dog decided to chase my cat to the couch, so sorry for that little disruption. But like I was saying, it's always nice to have a little memento that's fairly permanent, because when you have something that's glass or some object, it usually holds up better than an article of clothing, because you'll wear it a few times, it'll wear out, and then you'll throw it away, give it to Goodwill or something along those lines, and it doesn't get the same kind of longevity that you get from something like a drinking glass or an object or an ornament or some kind of physical memento. So that was kind of neat, and it was nice to start off, because sometimes you get to try some of these interesting foods that you don't get to try before. But always nice to go to a place that you won't really get to see that often and pick up a little something nice for yourself. And really kind of spilling off that, when I got back, I was digging through some things. I was looking for those little charge sticks for my cell phone for when I go back, something that'll keep my battery life more up to date. Just when I'm at the airport, I don't have access to an outlet. I'm going to be right back. It looks like my cat's not coming out from under the couch. I just want to make sure everything's all right. So just give me 1 second here and I'll be right back with you. Sorry for the interruption there. Everyone's good. Dog's good. Cat's good. All is well. So back to what I was saying, if I can remember right, was I was kind of wrapping up talking about traveling and always pick up a little something either from the airport or from someplace you're going to kind of keep as a keepsake if you're that kind of person. I am one of those people. I know some people prefer to take pictures or just live in the moment there. And so, to each their own. That's just something I do, and I collect shot glasses from places. So I usually either get one from an airport or from a truck stop or from some place that usually has a shot glass because they're a popular collector thing. So they always have it available at most pretty popular places. So I guess moving on from that was while I was cleaning out a drawer that had some electronics in it, I came across my old Zune, which didn't work, obviously, because I think the battery had long since gone dead. So I brought it with me when I went into the office today for work, plugged it in, let it plug in, left it plugged in for quite a few hours, and finally got some life out of it. And I was just scrolling through, looking around it, and I noticed that I had 5 or 6 playlists that said radio show, like 1, 2, and 3. I was like, oh, which I've talked about this in episode 1 and a little bit in subsequent episodes, was that the Puhr Report, when it was originally went through its thing on campus at Bradley University, and I did a lot of kind of random music. I had a large track between like top 40 to like alternative rock and kind of a bunch of stuff in between. And I kind of talk about some random stuff along the way and just went through it back to the music. Very typical radio show. Wasn't really like the podcast I have now, but it was kind of nice to find these old playlists that I had put together. And just to kind of look over through the list here, some of the ones that were, that I thought were kind of interesting at the time is that I have White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane, which is a very interesting song. I had Scars by Papa Roach in this playlist. I had I'm Just a Kid by Simple Plan. I had Fat Lip by Sum 41. I had Clint Eastwood by Gorillaz. I had Over My Head / Cable Car by The Fray. And then, so it was in a couple other songs. The most current song I think at the time was In My Head by Jason Derulo. So very interesting selection. Kind of jumps forward and back between more classic music to more current and alternative rock and everything in between. So just kind of my train of thought of something I was going through, and a lot of my other playlists are the same. It seems to always have a little bit of old stuff, a little bit of new stuff. Episode 2 I had Carry On My Wayward Son and For Whom the Bell Tolls, and then Billie Jean and Dust in the Wind, and also threw in All I Do Is Win by DJ Khaled, and then The Sound of Silence from Simon & Garfunkel. So it just are really I just jumped back and forth between the genres, and I'm sure people who listen to it were like, what in the world is he doing? But it gave me the courage at the time to do something more interesting and able to put music on that I liked. And I'm a very genre hoppy person with music I listen to. I'm pretty sure on the Zune here I could shuffle from a top 40 song, which I guess top 40 of 2012 or 2013, but the last time I actually uploaded new music to this, to classic rock, to country, which is very little country. I'm not a huge country person, but there's a few songs I do like, and everything else kind of in between. So yeah, it's always nice to see something that kind of brings you back to your past and bring you back to your roots, and that's where the Puhr Report started. It was stuff I liked and had an interest in, and I wanted to just talk about that and share the music I liked, and that's kind of how I am with this show. This show, in my tag on my Facebook page, on my bumper, I say, for everything news and topics of personal interest, which doesn't mean it's personal interest to the everyman person. It's personal interest to me. So something that I like, and this is going to be a little bit music centric of a show today because there's a few topics that I'm going to talk about. There's a few music related topics I think are brought up there, kind of tie into what's going on in the world today.
Red meat, we crave sustenance.
Guys, we are not invading my aunt.
Today we are joined with our friend and fellow foodie,
First-time podcaster.
and first-time podcaster, Jesse. How's it going, Jesse?
Most excellently.
Great. Welcome to Foodies Watching Movies.
Well, thank you for having me.
Awesome. We're glad you're here today. It's episode 6 of season 2, by the way. I don't know what we're going to title. Oh, it's Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving.
Duh. That's what
Yeah.
we're doing today. We're having Friendsgiving.
Today we had our very first Foodies Watching Movies Friendsgiving with Lauren and Jesse and Sarah. And what did we make tonight?
Well, you had this really brilliant idea to make Hawaiian roll sliders with turkey, brie, and cranberry.
Yeah, because I
And-
thought this would be like a good pregame to Thanksgiving, since that's what's coming up this week.
It was an incredible pregame to Thanksgiving. Just the sandwich alone was awesome. We also made some mashed potatoes, stuffing, and sweet potato fries, and I think that's it.
Yeah, and I didn't eat any of the sweet potato fries. We left them in the oven because we forgot about them. We were too busy eating everything else, which was ready first.
Everything was delicious.
Oh, I'm glad you
good.
think so. Jesse is a longtime chef. I want to talk about that for a second. So,
Sure.
how many years were you a chef?
It depends on what you know. I was never like a head chef.
Okay,
But
okay. I get that.
I was a cook for a long time, and I definitely worked my way up, to-
You were in the culinary world heavily.
Yeah.
Well, Jesse is a fellow fast foodie. Didn't you work at McDonald's?
That was one of my first jobs. I worked at Norm's Pumpkin Patch for my first job, but I worked at McDonald's. Like when I was 16, I got a job at McDonald's, worked there till I was like 18.
Okay.
And went away to college.
So let me ask the question. We always talk about it here. We've all had a fast food experience, working a job. Do you have any tales from the fast foodie
Oh
of
my
like some
God.
crazy shit that you experienced or funny?
Well,
Yeah,
I know
definitely.
all of the people that he
Okay.
worked with at McDonald's. So
Okay, yeah.
there
so
are
this
some
was
stupid
crazy,
stories.
actually. So McDonald's is ridiculous. Let's just get that out of the way right here. It just in the start.
in
Yeah.
our small little town.
Yeah, it's a little town. What, like how many? 10,000 people.
12,000 people, I
12,000
think.
people.
We're talking about Lowell?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you work at the Lowell McDonald's?
Yeah.
When?
2004 to like 2006 probably, or 2005 to 2000, or 2003 to 2006.
I started working there in like May of 2006.
Yeah, so like
Weird.
right after
What a
I
small
left.
world.
So May.
May of 2016. No, wait. No, 2006.
Did we work there together?
No, 2006.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I graduated in 2009
Okay.
from Griffith.
Okay.
So I worked at the Lowell McDonald's from like my sophomore year until this November of my senior year.
That's hilarious.
Weird. You guys completed like
So
a
it
loop.
must have been like right after I left or something. 'Cause I
Yeah,
don't remember
probably.
you. Do I? No,
Mm-mm.
Not from there, anyways.
not from there.
So back to it. Give us some of the crazy
Oh my God.
shit that
Okay,
went down. Like I know because I also did a term at McDonald's. I did 2 terms of 2 years.
We could have a podcast just about all the shenanigans
in McDonald's
that were done at McDonald's.
Well, then let's get into that a little bit.
Yeah, because
here.
didn't you work at McDonald's during that time when that movie Waiting was really popular?
Oh my
Oh,
God,
Jesus.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like there would. Okay, so just because of that, like the break room was in the basement. So like
Yeah.
you'd
Yes, it
like get
was.
off break and you'd be walking up the stairs, and there would be a fully stretched out ball sack at the top of the stairs. And
Batwing.
and then you lose like you get the Batwing. Dude,
if we're being
on a
honest,
daily
I
basis.
do love that movie.
okay, if we're being honest here, and I'm not like fronting just to be funny for the podcast, I did get somebody with the goat at McDonald's.
Nice.
We were doing buns because Hoopston McDonald's, similar to Lowell's, had a basement, right? So you would unload a truck
Right,
directly
there's
to
like
the
a fucking
basement.
slide.
Yeah,
that
Correct.
Makes everything
yeah.
easy.
Yes, exactly. So my buddy was taking the cart around, and I prepared myself as the goat would have you do. And he came around the corner, and he was like, "Oh!" He was so like, and then I was like, "Okay, we're done here. Okay, back to work."
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Wow.
nothing. That is
Boys.
nothing. There's okay.
It was like 5 in the morning.
This could get bad. Like I can like.
I can't wait.
Like,
Please do.
I should not say the things.
You might. Here's what I would suggest. If you're worried, you can tell the tales, but don't use their actual names.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they already
That's
know
good
my
advice.
name. So
the name has been.
people can use deductive reasoning.
But
and-
you don't. We didn't give your last name, and we don't have to do that.
Okay.
So you're just. Yeah.
I'm
you're
just like-
still. You're.
I'm
You're.
You're
Jesus.
good, man.
You're anonymous.
Jesus.
Okay. So go on with these stories.
Okay. One night we always like would smoke joints and shit, like whatever, you know. We're in high school, we're at McDonald's,
Okay.
fucking smoking joint. On your break, whatever. So we're high. The management at night were like really cool with us. So, and we're in high school.
You
remember?
guys probably partied with these people.
Dude, we're partying. So we actually were getting drunk as fuck at McDonald's, like closing McDonald's down and shit. And I was filling up the mop bucket, or let's blame it on me. I was filling up the mop bucket, and I'm a multitasker, so I like go and do some other shit. So I forgot about the mop bucket, and
Left
we
the
were
water
drinking.
going.
It was probably because we were drinking. I like got sidetracked. I was drinking, and then fucking
Never got back to it.
yeah. So I flooded the whole office.
Absolutely.
And there's the power strip for
Oh
like
my
the
God.
computer system of McDonald's, you know. Just kind of submerged in water, no big deal, you know. I'm like, I'm not walking on that water. It's fucking electrified.
Whoa.
The computer's still on though. So I'm like, fuck, we gotta handle this. I run across with like a beer in my hand, and I slip, and my beer fucking like flies and hits the ceiling, and like gets all in the ice machine.
Oh my god.
Dude, it was the hugest, ridiculous mess ever.
That sounds like something you would see in a movie.
It was
A
bad.
ridiculous stoner movie.
Like the thing
Like
that
Clerks.
shouldn't happen to somebody and totally happens to somebody.
Yeah, the worst. Whoa.
But
So what happened?
I cleaned it up. No one ever knew. We had this really intense pesticide, so I just sprayed that all over.
Oh, and it overtook
just
all the
overpowered
smells.
beer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Overpowered
Did
beer.
you ever like haze people that worked at McDonald's? Because the thing we did, this is a basic ass thing that we did. We would tell new recruits of McDonald's that our floors were so old that you couldn't use bubbles, so that we would tell them to get mop water with the bubbles, and then they would have to take the bubbles out. So they would sit there and scoop the bubbles out for
That's
like
hilarious.
Small town
2
life.
minutes. Oh, it was
No,
great. It was great.
Actually, our McDonald's, I tell the story about us getting, and we're getting stoned and whatever.
Yeah.
But our McDonald's, like, we were killing it. Like, we would have our store was like the most profitable.
I know you
in
guys were so
Northwest
proud.
Indiana.
Everyone was having a
Dude.
good fucking time.
Yeah, it was like a
Morale was
huge
up.
team. Like, we wouldn't like do that, you know what I mean? Because like
So the whole point of the movie Waiting holds up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Game
Yeah.
and lifting morale.
And
I've never seen that movie.
I can't believe you haven't seen
I
that.
can't
No.
believe you haven't seen that
No.
movie. That's your homework assignment before next time.
That's
is
a
watch
great
Waiting
movie
and give
with
us your
food.
report back.
dude, we went like 2 weeks doing HBO. So it's like the people would have their food at the window before they even paid. So like,
You had a fast ticket time.
dude,
Boom, 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 boom.
like the cars would roll up and then just roll away. Roll up, roll away. Like we
Yeah,
had
it
the
is
food up
definitely
there.
not like that at that McDonald's
no,
anymore.
not at all.
I
No.
swear to God, every time that we go there, I have to like go back and get something that they've fucked up or forgotten.
It's like sad to me that like I was overlooking the whole like industrial side to McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like the industrial agriculture side to it.
Okay.
And as like in high school, I worked there, and I was just like, wow, this is cooking. You know, I like to cook, and it's like fast paced. It really like helped me learn like a lot about management, and, like working with other people.
Yeah.
And it was good, but like just slinging that beef out like that and all those that terrible food, it's just insane.
I worked on grill sometimes, but mostly I was in drive-thru on headset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Headset live.
I could do all that shit. Like I would be.
I know some of the guys that I
place
worked
by
with. I know
myself.
some of the guys that I worked with in the kitchen. Like they would be on headset like late at night.
Yeah, I would. I
Like-
could run the. I could take money, be on the headset. I'd literally run the whole fucking thing, like from 10 o'clock to midnight or something.
Yeah.
You know?
I one time I was in drive-thru at McDonald's and I had the headset on and I was like, fuck it, today I'm doing impressions. So I would be like, thank you for choosing McDonald's, it's Ozzy Osbourne here. And like people were losing their
They
shit
love
and
it,
laughing
yeah.
and stuff. It was a
You
blast.
grew up in like the smallest of
Oh,
small towns.
no
so
shit, 6,000
You had
people,
to do
yeah.
something to entertain yourself. There was
Incredibly
nothing to fucking
boring,
do in that town.
incredibly sad. and
We did
boring.
do like Australian accents and like British accents. We'd do like accents, you know.
Yeah, it's fun. It's hilarious.
And if
to
anyone
do.
said anything, we'd
Small
just be
town
like, you gotta like commit. You
Yep,
just
you're
gotta
committing
be-
in that moment.
You gotta be from Britain.
Yep, all of a sudden you're from you're
You're from
a Brit.
fucking South Wales now. You
So
know?
it's like method acting.
Yeah, it kind of forces you into method acting because it's like, hey,
You gotta be in
the
it to
person
win it.
called you out. Like, you're not British, and you're like, well, if I say no, then I'm gonna look like the fool. But if I can play this off, maybe they'll question it. You know?
I'd be like, "You're right, you wanker. Piss off."
and then you
I
do
don't think corporate
this.
would like that.
You do this, and they
Probably
think that
not.
you're just giving them the
Yeah.
peace sign, and they're totally oblivious. I did the,
The piece.
because that's not peace in Britain. That's like the middle finger.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
I would only ever really do like
It's like the
southern
swastika.
accents.
Southern?
Yeah.
I do like a classy southern accent.
Like how?
Like a Southern Belle kind of accent.
Okay.
Like a Southern gentleman kind of
Can we
Like
hear
with
it?
a fan?
Yeah, like Gone with
Like
the
a
Wind
hand
style
fan?
accent. Yeah, I like that kind.
Can we hear it?
No, my natural Southern accent when it comes out is like Central Indiana Southern accent. So it's not like I don't sound like a lady.
I loved that meme earlier. We're not in the South, so why are we like this?
Oh yeah, this Indiana state motto. We're not in the South, so why are we like this?
Totally accurate.
It's pretty awesome.
Can you
I love
guys
it.
do any like actual voice impersonations of actors or actresses or anything? We were just kind of like on the cusp of that. I figured we could.
I don't know. We'd always try to do like Arnold, right? Let's try to do Arnold.
Arnold's pretty good. I don't do a good Arnold, admittedly, but Brando has the
Brando does
best
a pretty good
Arnold.
one when he's talking about like when he's smoking meats. It's
Going to
weird.
smoke the meats. Nine. You know?
Out, going to smoke the meats.
Yeah.
I'm the governor of California.
What I want to do is I want to do Cooking with Sly because he also does a good Sylvester Stallone. So I want Brandon to do a Cooking with Sly segment where when he's on his grill, he brings his mobile mic setup out and just like talks as Sly about the meat cooking process.
This is not the first time you've mentioned.
I'm gonna make it
this.
fucking happen. I'm like obsessed with this
Really
idea.
obsessed with this
And then
idea.
if we need to give Sly a break, he goes on vacation and Arnie sneaks over to his house and grills on his shit, and that's funny.
Oh, man.
Because then there's like this whole like he's sneaking around
Yeah.
Sly's house thing.
That's
Well, maybe that can be an exclusive for our Patreon.
Ooh, I like that. You can go to patreon.com/journey into comics. $1 gets you early access. $3 gets you exclusive content and early access. That means you're getting podcasts as soon as we're done editing them. That's all I have.
There you
All the
go.
shows on the network right there. Moving on. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Shameless plug.
Plug it.
Let's move ourselves back a minute to dinner. As a warm-up and a precursor to Turkey Day. This is Friendsgiving. What did you guys think about this meal? I thought it was very well balanced.
I was missing the corn.
Okay.
I would like to have some greens with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not very healthy people.
No.
We don't really mess with greens.
It's usually
Mustard
just
greens.
cheese.
We had a whole segment that was basically just
Spinach.
cheese.
Just cheese.
God, that was a whole
Cheese-
episode, yeah.
Cheese
Yeah.
is delicious.
Well, yeah, of course it is. All right, that'll be our homework assignment for next time.
A
Is to
greens episode?
make just healthy vegetable options.
Oh man, I have some great healthy vegetable options. I love to do just like asparagus on a cookie sheet, a little bit of olive
I
oil
thought about
dusted
making
with some
asparagus
sea
tonight.
salt. bake that shit.
I was gonna make
Done.
bacon wrapped asparagus tonight.
There was this
but
amazing
have
recipe I saw on
asparagus
Facebook. It was a tempura wrapped avocado roll or tempura fried
Ooh,
avocado
goddamn.
roll.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was really good.
That was a solid snort.
Good God, Ethel!
That was a solid snort.
Inhale.
Wow.
Ethel, did the hogs get out
I
again?
just got the vacuum whooping cough. I couldn't stop it. Lunchpreneurs.
I'll go ahead. And, okay, so here, I'm going to start with my favorite. God damn
I don't even know how to pronounce it. Lunchpreneurs.
Okay, they clearly didn't follow the meme right, but
No,
whatever.
but it's
It works.
awesome.
It works. So this is my favorite of all time. Hermagig, Mersh for Dirters!
Mersh for turters.
Mersh for Dirters!
Alright, here's mine. Oh my God, Christmas present!
What is it?
Christmas present!
Hermagig, Murder Warfare!
Hermagerd, Berber, Herper,
For a second there, I was almost happy.
Oh my God! This is gonna be a challenge. So this is Mary Poppins. You know it's coming.
Wait, Yondu or just regular
Oh my
Mary
God,
Poppins?
good luck, bub.
This is what. Oh yeah, it has the whole thing. It has the whole thing. Here we go. Internet, this is for you. Ermagerd! Supercare dishes!
Heritage!
Herders.
Heritage!
Alright, here's mine.
Let's explain the heritage thing, please. Back to work.
We did last episode.
Did we?
Yeah, we did a little bit. Alright. Quick backstory
One
here.
for Nate.
Alright, quick backstory here. We used to work with this, like, semi-handicapped redneck. And I'm talking about the mental variety, not physically.
Well, I thought he was just retarded the way he walked. Turns out he got ran over. Long story.
Yep. Anyway, so him and like two of our other coworkers got into a political / racial / anything that you could argue about debate. And he was talking about the Confederate flag and his goddamn heritage. So now every day we just kind of run around the sealer deck yelling heritage.
It takes me by surprise a lot, and I will give a little start.
The thing is,
The
like,
South
I'll
will
listen to
rise
it.
again.
I'll just be working. I'll be working, just minding my own business, and out of nowhere, I'll go, heritage, like it's somewhere on the deck, and I'm like, and it just brings a smile to my face
Because you think about Greg, or because we're making fun of
it's
Greg?
just so out of nowhere for me.
All right, fair enough.
I just opened beer number 2, and this is Foggy Geezer from Three Floyds.
Never had it.
It's okay. We had it on Brews With Dudes last night. Speaking of that, like, since that show's airing this coming Saturday, it'll be like a week ago actually, no. Okay, so it'll be the Saturday following this episode, I think. Whatever, time travel, whatever. So I said on that episode that this episode of Podcastrophe was going to be a really good one.
Say episode one
more fucking time episode.
I will smite you.
But yeah, we had this beer on it. It was okay. I had this at the show last week.
Wait, what episode was it?
Did you say episode?
I said episode.
Okay.
That's my first time.
This beer's okay.
Feeling like the first time.
I opened it up. I bought it for Brews With Dudes, and then I didn't bring it because I wanted to bring a beer that no one else has had yet.
I like that.
It's all right. It's
There's
not bad.
chapstick on there now, and I'm not sorry about it.
It's whatever.
I have an Ermagerd for Nate Vanderwall.
Let's.
Ermagerd, Bernerners in Pajamas. I want him to see it. Oh, can't see it.
Guess what, Rachel? It
Either
sucks
way,
to
it's
suck.
Bananas in pajamas for you.
All right, I got one too. And then Oh my god, Grumpy Cat.
What was that?
Grumpy Cat.
Grumpy Cat.
Grumpy Cat.
I'm trying to find a good one. Trying to find a good one.
Is it okay? Real quick, is it bad that when I look at Tiffany, this is what I see?
Blobfish.
I'm gonna level with you, Tyler. I have seen that when looking at her.
That means we're connected.
Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go. Oh my god, Starbucks. Gertie Merker, dear firm, Fuck. I don't even fucking. It's Hillary in Starbucks, and it's.
Day Merkler Day for Burger Burma.
Yes.
We have 579 views.
Awesome.
Basically famous.
I appreciate the view update.
Thank you, Nate Phillips, for that.
Oh my god, I'm Mr. Bernard Public.
Can we look at my awkward eyebrow in this frozen live video?
I want to show you this, like this.
Hermagurden. Anyway,
this is like at work today. Just real quick, I was like trying to jot stuff down on my phone, and I put Panda in starred. Like I starred Panda. That was the topic.
That was some good conversation we had about Panda, the sealer panda, the one who just won't die.
True, honest question though. Just getting back to the panda real quick, like in the order of things that you like truly loathe, like whales, real pandas, the sealer panda. Like, what is the hierarchy there? Is the sealer panda number one?
Oh no, I don't know.
You hate the fucking whales more than sealer panda?
I really fucking hate whales.
Did a whale try and have sex
Mammy
with
Gill?
you?
What?
Mammy Gill.
What's Mammy Gill?
Mammy Gill.
Gladys.
Ethel.
Doris.
Oh, Doris.
Gertrude.
Okay. Let's talk
First
about
of all,
her.
her
Tiffany's
taking a noser off 14.
Panda Mom.
Just fucking gets me.
I was
every
really
time.
sad because I was down in the pilot room when that happened.
Yeah,
I was in the shitter.
You son of a bitch.
I was in the shitter. I come back.
Damn you.
I come back. And
You had a choice.
Okay, so I come back and everything's normal. Nothing's going on. And cars go by, minutes go by. It's almost the end of the day. Teresa, our team leader, comes up and asks, "Hey, do you want to stay over and redo 14?" I was like, "No." Well, no, she didn't say that. She's like, "Do you want to stay over?" I'm like, "No." She starts to walk away, and I'm like, "For what?" I thought it was like second shift, like stay over for second shift or something. I just wanted to know. I wasn't going to do it anyways,
Right.
but
Just being nosy.
satisfy my curiosity. And she's like, "Oh, we got to redo 14." I'm like, "What do you mean redo it?" She's like, "Well, Doris fell off." I'm like, "What?" She had to tell me the story. She's like, "Yeah, while you were in the bathroom." I'm like, "Why did I have to go to the bathroom?" And I didn't even go to the bathroom. I mean, I took
Did you masturbate?
I took like a quick 20-second shit and like sat there for another 12 minutes.
Destroying my life.
I wish I could shit.
Ever since the incident.
Goddamn heritage.
But yeah, so I come back and it's just everything's business as usual. But apparently, I didn't even notice Doris
I
was
guess
gone.
Nate yelled at her to get off of it.
Yeah, because he thought he was.
Hey,
Why
Brandon,
is she
tell her
sitting there?
tell her she can't sit there.
So there's like an emergency bumper on the side of the station, so that if you touch this or hit it in any sort of way, it stops the line.
And you barely have to bump that son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, you can breathe on it and it'll just
I
stop
don't
the
know. I
line.
tested a lot of the times, and I'll bump it with my shins, and nothing happens.
You're a son of a bitch.
Well, I get bored.
Such is life.
See how far my toes can go out on it before it
And
stops.
So the line had already stopped, but
Play
she
down
decides
the
to
line
sit down on this, and Nate is just like, "What's she doing? She's sitting on. You can't sit there.
Get up!"
And keep in mind, I'm telling this story because I was told this story. I didn't
Bleed
witness
somewhere
this.
else.
Fucking pussy.
We ain't got time to bleed.
I was about to say that. Yeah, Predator.
Oh, Jesse Ventura, you
Oh,
beautiful
yeah.
son
Hey,
of a
you know
bitch.
what his name in that movie was?
Blaine?
Yes.
Yeah,
What
I fucking
up?
remember. Don't fucking
What
challenge me.
Did you know there's a street in Rensselaer Plain streets.
No.
It's a part of my heritage.
I wonder if anyone's nieces and nephews live near there. God,
Probably.
I feel wrong for saying that.
Oh my god.
Totally out of context, I'm uncomfortable.
Mother of God.
I need to fiddle with something.
There you go, Blind Blaine. Ah. All right. Anyway,
Tom shined a flashlight in my eyes today and asked if it gave me flashbacks.
I saw. I witnessed.
Tom
giggled.
told me, he's like, hey, third quarter, you're going to prep deck. And I just looked at him and I'm like, who the fuck are you?
You're not my team, but group.
Rachel.
Words.
Come on. Yeah, like, he's not our group leader anymore, technically, is he?
No.
Matt
So
Burner.
he's not our boss anymore.
Matt
So he
Burner.
tells me this. I'm like, who the fuck are you? But I went down to prep deck anyway.
And then you got karate chopped down the prep deck.
Oh my god, prep deck. I hate it. Hate it. Hate it. So Tyler, next topic. What you got for us?
Shawarma.
Let's hear it. I gotta hear this.
What is the nation's fascination with shawarma all of a sudden?
Avengers.
I don't know what shawarma is.
It's
I don't
Middle
either.
Eastern food.
I don't either.
Oh, okay. Just for the
It
viewers.
got mentioned
We
in the
are in
movie
Indiana.
Avengers.
You did.
In 2012, because Tony Stark wakes up from falling from space. Spoiler alerts from 5 years ago. Tony Stark, Iron Man, fucking saves America and the world from an alien invasion.
Almost sacrificing himself. for
Falls to
humanity.
the earth. The Hulk wakes him up, and he's like, "Is anybody in the mood for shawarma? I could go for some shawarma." And then there's this deleted after scenes credit,
Where they're all
after
eating
credits
shawarma.
scene, and they're all just sitting there eating shawarma.
Can we talk about deleted scenes real quick?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm sorry, I got the hand. Go ahead.
No, I'm preparing myself for this talk.
Have you seen the alternate ending to I Am Legend?
Yeah. It was neato.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck? I Am Legend? That was like almost 10 years ago.
No, I just saw it the other day, and I'm like, wow, it's another Berenstein thing. And then I found out it was just a fucking alternate ending. That's all I had.
Good God.
All right.
Shawarma.
And I own the movie.
Shawarma is a
as well.
Levantine meat preparation where lamb, chicken, turkey, beef, veal, or mixed meats
God damn it, that looks good.
are placed on a spit and may be grilled as long as a day. So basically what shawarma is your typical Euro orientation. They take a combination in Europe. It is still primarily veal and lamb, or almost all lamb. In the U.S., it's a combination of everything because we're picky
pieces of shit.
We can't kill the baby.
Even though they taste better.
Yeah. But so they put this meat on the spit with a little burner behind it. Matt Burner.
Matt Burner.
And
Matt Burner.
it spins around in a circle for hours upon end, and they put it closer to the heat or farther away, depending on how cooked it is. And then they take this super awesome meat shaver. I wish I had one, because I would just shave meat like right into my
I'd
mouth.
shave myself.
Okay, all right.
Your face was like...
But
It was stuck like that for
Frozen.
a long time.
Yeah.
But and then they
It's a
shave it
screenshot.
into something. Shawarma, a lot of times, you get a shawarma plate where it's just the meat on top of rice and a menagerie of other things. But you can also get it in like a Lebanese burrito. So, but I don't understand Greek food, Middle Eastern food in general, and Greece is obviously Europe, but it's all basically the same food. What is the fascination world with Greek food all of a sudden?
Can I
2012 till now.
Can I just say, I think that this is a false belief of yours, because I didn't even know what shawarma was until today.
Well, we are in Indiana.
Earned. Nate said he loved my bananas and pajamas.
Yes.
Oh, so he's watching?
Well, I said it to him.
you said it
'cause I
to
didn't know
him.
if he was watching.
God damn it! You
he's
need to
not
make him watch
watching.
the podcast. Who are we flipping off?
Nate, that's not watching.
Oh, look at my forearm.
Nate
Look at that
Vanderwall, not Phillips. Nate Phillips, you're still cool.
I don't
You
know
are a
Nate
cool
Phillips,
dude.
But hey.
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 So
Runs
we
the
we
Lafayette
have
Theater?
huh?
Is he the one that runs the Lafayette Theater?
No, that's Nate Pentock.
Oh, okay.
Nate Phillips is one of the head honchos at Journey into Comics Network. He is the host of Journey into Comics, Journey into Wrestling, Foodies Watching Movies, and the Voice of Survival podcast. Plug.
But the whole reason I brought this up is I really just wanted to gauge if this is something that I'm just hating upon, because I love that food. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll smash a plate of it right now.
I won't. I'm picky. I'm a picky eater.
Because you're a basic bitch.
Good luck.
So pickups.
Yeah, we do have some pickups. We both have some pickups. We'll do this first because we were together for our other two.
Yes. So yeah, I bought the champions from Zelda, Urbosa, Mifa, Rivale, and Daruk.
I don't know how to say it.
I think it's Daruk. I think it is.
I got to her, and then I got...
It's Daruk.
And then I did not get to her yet. She got a big nose.
Urbosa? Yeah.
She got a big nose, man.
All their clan does. So, yeah, these weren't... I planned on getting them, but it just so happened that we were at Meijer, and...
You found them, didn't you?
We had to buy new shoes because of the German shredder. He tore up my shoes. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go buy a cheap pair of shoes for now. And when we did it, I was like, we're here. Why don't I just go look? And they had all four. So my wife was not nice enough to let me buy all four, but not buy anything else.
Now you're
for
cut
a
off
while.
For a little bit,
I'm cut off for a while, yeah. But so these are really cool. Obviously, I'm going to collect them all. I really enjoy the look of them.
So, what exactly do they give you?
So each one gives you the champion's weapons.
Oh.
So you could essentially have...
because they break after a while.
Well, you can rebuild them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
but
nice.
You get their weapons right in the beginning.
Oh, man. And they're pretty powerful, too. I got hers. I got this, her little, her halberd or spear.
Her spear, yes.
And it was pretty powerful.
It's pretty powerful. I don't really use it that much. It's okay.
Actually, it's a trident, isn't it?
It's a trident.
Hers is a trident, but the version you get isn't a trident, though.
Well, it should be theirs.
But isn't theirs, then.
The one Urbosa has...
Well, this one is. Yeah, you get this dude's.
Yeah.
This dude's heavy. He's a little...
He's big.
Dude, he's got tiny little legs.
Let me get... Yeah. You get Rivales. Well, he's a... So he rolls.
Just saying, he got.
They don't move around; they roll.
He's got an Audi too.
That was awkward.
His belly button it's an Audi.
But yeah. I mean, if you've played the game, I can't say anything that I haven't already said. Fantastic game. I will collect them all.
Champions DLC should be coming out soon.
Yes, I already pre-ordered all those stuff. Well, I bought the season pass.
So you're ready until it comes.
Yep.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go next?
I can go first.
All right.
So, I only bought this because of what it is. Mm-hmm. Because I haven't seen one out for this price ever.
No.
Never have I seen it for $7.
So this is a Final Fantasy for PS1.
Final Fantasy Chronicles.
And it's 4 and Chrono Trigger.
Yes.
Now, they had Tactics, they had 9, they had 7. They were all a really darn good price.
Yes.
And they were black label. They were complete.
Yeah, and this is in pristine condition.
Yeah.
I mean, the booklet doesn't even look like it's been removed. Well, it's got a little bit right there, but that's it. And then on the back, PlayStation 2.
It's an advertisement for Final Fantasy X because that came out around 2000, 2001.
Yep. So I bought this just because it's a collector's item. That's all it is. I own it on the DS.
You own Chrono and FF4.
Yep. I own them both on the DS, and that's where I'll play.
Do you have that on GBA? 4?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so now
I own it on DS.
Okay, so now you have the retranslated. The translations for the PS1s aren't the greatest. 4 is not bad, but the GBA ones are the best way to go for translation. But now you have like an old school version of 4 that is like the more the 16-bit era, and then of course Chrono Trigger. That is honestly like it looks almost the same on both DS and because it wasn't a remake entirely, you know. But I mean, that's a great pickup. I picked that up honestly, December 2007, 10 years ago, and I think I paid almost $20 for it. So
$7, can't beat that.
Hell no.
Then my last pickup. I'll just do my last one.
Yeah, that's fine. Go
All
for
right.
it.
Last pickup. Now, we talked about this on the last podcast.
Yep.
And I've always wanted to play it.
It's one of my backlogs.
And
which, guess what?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a little bit of a dilemma on my hands. Just because I could not find the disc for The Witcher. I found it. It was in Fallout 4's case. But guess what I can't find?
Fallout 4.
Yep.
Shame on thee.
I don't know what happened to it.
Shame on thee.
It was in the system, but now it's somewhere.
Anyways, so on that note, I bought The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, the complete edition. But we kind of did a little shadiness. So they had an Xbox version of the original. So kind of swiped the map, and the Dear Gamers from
the thank you note.
CD Projekt Red, the thank you note, because in my personal opinion, and the stickers.
Oh yeah.
I got the stickers too.
Stickers.
The stickers are sweet.
Yeah, that is his. That is the Witcher logo, I think, or his logo.
But I think that the thank you note says a lot.
It does, dude.
To me, that hits home for any gamer, because you get a personalized thank you card saying thank you for supporting us. We really appreciate that you have decided to spend your hard-earned money on our game and hope that you have a fun time playing it. Over 200 of us have spent the last 3 years working on The Witcher 3. Yeah. I love that. To me, that just shows that a company cares.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They
don't have to do that.
They are a smaller developer. They're not giant at all. As you said, only 200 people.
Yeah.
And of course, the game was published by WB, but the game was made by CD Projekt Red. And this is definitely a way to go, guys. On disc DLC, please. None of this downloading shadiness. Put it on the disc. You got room. Come on now. Okay, maybe you 4Ks. Maybe you're pushing it. Maybe you don't have room. But if you're not pushing 4K, if it's just an update for the 4K, come on.
And this has an update for the 4K.
Yes, it does.
So I was going to initially wait for the Xbox, and it was $36, $37, and I don't really foresee myself purchasing an Xbox X in any of the near future, like a year or two out.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and picked it up.
Well, you're not going to regret it, because what I've played of the game, I have thoroughly enjoyed.
So
it is deep. It is. There is really good characterization. For him sounding so uninteresting of a voice actor, I dig the voice. He's a badass. Think Solid Snake without any emotion.
Yeah.
He almost had Geralt almost sounds like he has no emotion, but I really dig the voice. The game adds to what was set up in Witcher 2.
Right.
Of course, that was on the Xbox 360. I don't think that ever came out for PS3. But
I don't know.
I seriously think it was because the original one was only on PC. Then Witcher 2 was on 360, which is why I got my copy on the Xbox One, was because I have the ability to keep that series concurrent.
Right.
You know, so I decided to do that. Witcher 2 is also backwards compatible on Xbox One, by the way. So if you have it, you're good to go. You can play both of them. But it's a great game. And once you dive in, you're going to be like, holy crap. Because this game is based on a book series. So it has all this lore.
Right.
Lush. A world full of stuff. And I was a little overwhelmed because they were talking about stuff like I should just know what it is. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I am lost, but it is still fun because it's a big open world, and you just tons of stuff to do. And I was digging the story, even going so far. And of course, you can't. I mean, what guy doesn't like a little bit of nudity every now and again? In the game, I was not ready for that. I'll be honest with you. I was like, all right, boobs. Okay. And then later on, so he's just gonna walk on in on this chick taking a bath. All right. And then she's talking to him like there's nothing going on.
It's a normal day.
Normal day, yeah. I'm like, all right.
I have yet to start this because Octopath Traveler demo came out, and I've been playing that. Pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, I like what I played so far. I've actually seen some gameplay of it. Some people have streamed it, so to get hands on with it and actually get into the system a little bit, it's pretty cool. I like it. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it gets a physical release.
I am waiting for. I hope that it does a physical release. So far, I've only seen positive reviews about the game. So I'm excited that if they get so much positivity, maybe that they'll say, well, there is a demand for this. Maybe we will put out a physical release. And I don't expect a collector's edition, but I know that if they do, I'm going to try to pick it up.
What we may end up happening is the same thing as I Am Setsuna, since it's also made by the same company that made I Am Setsuna. Well, it's published by Square.
Right.
It's not the same team that made I Am Setsuna. At least I don't think so. It actually, I don't know if it is. Is it Tokyo? Is it Tokyo RPG Factory?
No.
Okay. So it's not. But with I Am Setsuna, the Japanese version, you put it into your console and it loads up the English translation. So what you may end up having is where, like, how they say something in English, like, thank you, and then it has like their line.
Yeah.
That like the voice acting might be in Japanese. Like, what's I gonna do with that? And then it comes up in English, which that wouldn't bug me much.
And the voice acting in this game is great. The main characters that you can play as a dancer, and her name is Primrose, and she's a stripper. That's pretty much what she is. At least that's the way they kind of lean it.
Kat, we're trying to talk about video games.
But it's very interesting. The actress that, I don't know who she is, but she does a very good job of capturing the dead inside. Like, she's dead inside. There's only one thing that really sets ablaze in there. And she captures that very well because the character is on a warpath to kill the people that killed her father.
I found his hotspot.
Oh, yeah.
The kitty cat's hotspot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's going nuts.
And then the other one, I think it's Ulbrich. I can't, don't quote me on his last name.
O-L-B, Ulbrich.
I don't know his last name. It's something Berg. Geistenberg. Something like that. Knight, his buddy kills the king type deal. Yeah, it's a good story. I really enjoyed the gameplay. It makes me feel like it's a mix between FF4 and FF10.
10?
Yes, because of the way that when you walk through the level, it has the three-dimensional type landscape, and the screen moves with you sometimes.
I was going to say, like, it reminded me a little bit of, like you said, Bravely Default.
Yes.
So, I'm looking forward to playing it. My pickups, though.
Yes.
Persona 3 Portable on the PSP. So, last year, if you have been listening to us for this long and have gone back or whatever, you might have learned that I bought this almost a year ago. Yes, I did. I did.
He doesn't believe you.
He does not believe
He does not believe you.
I did buy this. It was on sale on PSN for $5.
Right.
On digital download. And then for Taxmas, I got the PS2 copy of this game for $15 brand new.
Right.
So, I'm like, here, whatever, I got Persona 3. And then, of course, we go to Disc Replay.
And I so graciously point out to you
that they had PSP games. They had 2 copies of this damn thing. One of them has the manual. Of course, that's the one I got. And, pretty good condition. I really haven't even looked at the disc or anything. I haven't even played it.
I haven't put in Witcher yet.
One of the things to note about this one, though, okay, is that this is the first Persona where you can turn on in the menu to control your party members.
Huh.
Persona 1 and 2, and then the original version of 3, you just control your character, and that's it.
Right.
Then you set the other characters have an AI setup. Well, in this one allows you to, I think I can't remember if it's just the portable one or if it's because there were two versions of Persona 3. There's the original, and then there's like the second one, which this is the portable version of that.
Right.
And it allows you to choose your gender, where if you since your character, you can create a character as a boy or a girl, and you can kind of have slightly different outcomes. So I love getting North American games that are definitely from Canada because they always go through the extra effort to put the French language like on the back and everything. So for $20, I spent $20 to get 2 copies of the other one. I saw this, and for collector's purposes, I have Persona 1, I have Persona 2, part of it, because you can only get that part. And then now I have 3, and they're all portable. So I walked around in there with this because I was trying to talk myself out of it.
It wasn't going to happen.
Even after getting permission, I was like, I don't need this. But I bought it. So this next one is a strat guide. Now, don't collect a whole lot of strat guides. I say that while I have a stack of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't actively collect strat guides. I'm not going in there all the time looking at strat guides. There's a set in there I'm looking at.
Yeah, there is.
Of course, I unboxed the FF7, 8, and 9
which
hardcovers.
if that ever comes back in there, I'm sweeping it.
You should. Get out of that back here, kitty.
He won't. He smells Gohan.
Whatever. He's all licking the plastic like Silas. What is it with tuxedo cats eating plastic?
Huh.
Anyway, this is a collector's edition of Metal Gear Solid 5 guide. It's got a little bit of damage to it. Not a lot. The inside is all pristine. The outside, it got a little bit of liquid damage maybe. On the back, it's been scuffed. It's definitely been used.
Yes.
But it was $5.
Yeah.
And I could not say no. FF. Wow.
Whoa.
I had the FF guides in my mind. MGS 5 is not the best Metal Gear as far as story goes, but it is the best Metal Gear as far as gameplay. The best damn Metal Gear game you're ever going to play. And the style of the stealth. This game was a blast to play, which made it kind of disappointing by going through it, and then having the story not be as good.
Right.
Because this literally could have been the send off of a lifetime, a masterpiece in the Metal Gear, and to me, this has got to be like second to last in my favorites.
Good job, Konami.
Yeah, it's all their fault. Inside here, I don't know what all this is supposed to come with, but this is like a
little art picture.
Little art picture. This dude was obviously using as a guide here. He was looking at Philanthropus, and
Hellbound.
We know how fun he was to fight. But what really sold me on this more than anything, okay? Okay, so you have because the strategy guides for games nowadays they just seem so outdated. Because here's a guide for the release game, and then it's like in a year there's going to be so many updates, so many changes. This is going to be out of date. Take the Mass Effect 3 weapon chart thing.
Oh yeah.
When we first started the multiplayer, we didn't have a chart like you do get in the single player. To see how where your weapon's at. Well, then the guide gave you level 1 and level 10. So then we're like, oh, okay, so that's where we're going to kind of be at. Well, then, how much did they nerf this, make this stronger? They changed almost every single gun in every single way.
For PvP, at least.
Now, the extra stuff. Here's what I really like about this. There's a whole section where they have a story recap and timeline.
Of all of them? Holy crap.
Here we are. from the beginning of the story in 1964 to the end of the story in 2014. The entire Metal Gear storyline, timeline, everything.
I like the way that they have the actual avatar for each one in the original style that they were
graphics.
doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. This blew my mind because when I asked them to take it out, I'd already okay, $5, I can't beat that. And then I saw this and said absolutely, because the story actually starts in the early 1900s. That was the very beginning, and then the actual story stuff starts in '64 during the Cold War. Then you get all the characters, starting with Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, the creation of the Fox team, and then you have Naked Snake, aka Big Boss, the whole with the stuff with Volgan, Ocelot, and then of course then you have going into. It's funny. Portable Ops is not on here. So Portable Ops is not canon, even though the story fits right in. It goes from Metal Gear Solid 3 to Peace Walker, where Portable Ops is right in there. It's like a few years before Peace Walker. I want to say it's like 71, maybe. I could be wrong about that. But several characters. No? Yeah, okay, so Roy Campbell makes his first appearance in Portable Ops, and so does Null, aka Gray Fox. But then in Peace Walker, you have several characters make their first appearance there. Miller, Huey. Then you have Paz and what's his name? Is he in here? Chico. Paz's brother Chico. Of course, they're also in Ground Zeroes, and then I wonder who that is. Floating kid with a gas mask on.
I don't know who that is.
Sacramento. Yeah, but I just thought this was a really cool touch, and I have the collector's edition of the game. Huge Metal Gear fan, despite everything that I could say to put this game down. With how mad that you hear me get when I talk about FF15. And how frustrated I am about that. I'm frustrated about this game as well, but I have very fond memories of this. And I will carry them with me, and I will play this again someday. One day when we're streaming, I would love to just go through and play the entire Metal Gear series, go through them one by one on the stream and play through the story of them, because that's a lot.
In order
of release.
Oh, okay.
In order of release, so you start with Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then go to Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, and then Phantom Pain. You don't have to play the original 2, although I do have them on the Subsistence collection. Because while the original game is on the NES, it's actually not the original game. It's been altered for NES. It's like you don't even fight Metal Gear, you fight a computer. It's so weird. But yeah, I couldn't say no to these, man. Absolutely not. And considering that for both of these, and I bought a movie for the kid, I spent like $32.
Right.
Absolutely not, man.
So Brandon has been showing me these porn fail compilations because he thought that we desperately needed to talk about that on the show. And I was like, well, do they make like compilation videos, or am I going to have to watch a bunch of single videos? And they do. They make compilation videos of porn fails. And I'm just going to tell you right now, a lot of them are prolapsed anuses.
I've never watched this. I'm so excited.
Oh, wait, I don't have the video, unfortunately. Maybe he can send it to me, and we'll text him real fast.
Yes.
Because I asked him the other day, to send it to me.
And he failed?
Yes.
Like the porn? Okay.
Otherwise, I'm sure we could probably go on Pornhub or whatever.
Galore.
Tube galore.
That's where you
yes.
want to go.
Just search for fails. I swear, every video that he watched and made me watch had ridiculous amounts of anal mishaps.
Yeah, I feel like that. Let's see. I don't know what we have here. We have 5 minutes of something.
Make sure your volume is down.
Oh, I was gonna just leave it. But I also need to turn that off so we can actually watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Let's just get the porn
We
going.
had it paused.
I can't read that.
I can't either.
You even have your glasses on.
I know.
Oh, is that what?
Oh, okay, she's cooking.
He's
Lots
eating.
of cooking.
Oh my gosh, pie in the face.
Right? A Barbie hugging a penis.
Someone jerking off on a plane.
Wow. That guy looked like Edgar Allan Poe. Those are big boobs.
What? Okay, that had to be edited. That was disgusting.
What the fuck?
Is she gonna vomit? Oh
Oh,
no.
that's a very large...
They're happening.
I thought this was supposed to be fails, not weird stuff.
Oh my
that was
God.
her entire arm.
Okay, what if I clicked on?
Oh
my
God.
This is happening so fast we can't. I can't even talk about it.
I know.
By the time I process that, there's something else.
I know.
Oh, I've seen that before. Oh, okay.
That's a little weird.
Ow, that would be so cool. That's where that penis sweater would have came in. There was a guy humping a snowman. It
Yes.
looked like. And he
Wow.
could use that penis sweater. Oh my goodness.
A very small chick getting smothered by very large breasts.
What's about to happen? Is that a sushi roll?
Yep, that's sushi. And her butt is literally... What?
What? What?
What?
What?
What? Oh my God!
I feel like everybody needs to watch this video.
We have to link it somehow. You have to save this.
Yes, I will save this video. Because we cannot talk about it right
He's
now.
using her boobs as literal punching bags. Okay.
Oh, did he just... Ugh. That was not all sperm.
Oh,
no way.
Well, that's ingenuity there.
Ugh.
The double dick handy.
Yeah.
What?
What? I have never seen a cell phone shoot out of an asshole before.
Neither have I. I have seen that.
Oh, yeah.
A soda can. Ew, was there vomit in her mouth?
Probably. Did you see how far she deep-throated that?
Ugh. Slow motion boob punch. Ew.
Oh. Hey, look, it's like a milk mustache. Now you can't look at those and see the big glass of milk with that mustache.
Nope. Well, I mean, I never really could.
So gross.
What?
Okay,
She
I've
has
seen
a
that
paper bag over her head.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh, okie dokie.
I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of shooting it in my fucking eyeball.
Well, she just did a flip cup on her booty.
I don't know how
Ew,
some of
in her
these
hair.
I don't know how some of these are fails.
I don't either.
It has fails in the title.
I know. Did you literal rocks in her vagine?
No. Oh my god.
What are you doing with your life?
Those are people that go to the ER.
He just played ping pong with his dick. That looked like a solo cup.
Wish I had that problem,
Right?
don't you? Okay.
Actually, no, I don't. Can you imagine the back problems?
Oh my gosh, no.
Booby prints.
We should do that. I want to do that.
Okay.
We're going to have a girls' day of it. All of us.
And make prints of our boobs.
Yes. We can even do green.
Do multiple stampings so you can make a 4-leaf clover.
Galaxy boobs.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. We can do that. We'll wait till the baby's born. Gretchen's boobs will be huge.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, this is the number. Funny porn fails and bloopers. Number 4.
Yes.
We will save that. And we will link it somewhere.
For sure.
If you want to watch porn.
And Brandon has not seen. He probably fell asleep or is playing a video game because... Oh no, he's probably putting baby down for a nap. That's what it is.
I feel like that
It's
was a
about
long
that
time
time.
ago.
What?
When you sent that text. But
Yeah.
it hasn't been that long.
Well, he hasn't seen it yet, so. There is some goober in my eye. And it's very annoying. Oh, Patty, we're running low.
He's just hanging out.
I know, he's just like... I think the next step is we're going to have like a palm frond to fan him with. As you feed him grapes on the vine. Only not, because grapes are very bad for dogs.
Yes,
don't feed your dogs grapes.
No, or onion, or anything stupid. Don't feed your dog something stupid.
Feed your dog, like, meat and rice.
And carrots.
Carrots.
And stuff.
Yeah.
While I walk away.
And approved treats. And stuff that your vet okays. Same thing with your cats, even though mine love french fries.
It's okay.
All 3 of them. They just love french fries.
Have I told you about the specific weird things that Lady loves?
No.
Okay.
I mean, Silas likes cucumber, so.
Oh, Lady's fucking weird. She is the pickiest motherfucker I've ever seen. So, she doesn't love all chips, you know. She only likes a specific kind, and it is the weirdest fucking thing. The Lay's American cheeseburger stacks. That's it. She will fucking eat the shit out of that, but gives a fuck about nothing else.
Silas is like,
weird.
do you have food? Okay, I'll eat it.
And
there's very few things that he won't eat.
She loves chicken ramen, but not beef.
Huh. I don't like beef either.
So she never eats out of my bowl, but she eats out of
Pork
Mike's
and
all the
creamy
time.
chicken for life, okay?
I can't get this open. Oh, I got it.
You're not strong enough.
And she loves ranch, and she loves cheese.
Silas loves ranch.
And popcorn. She fucking loves popcorn, but you have to break it up for her.
She's a delicate lady.
Yeah. But she's very specific in what she likes. She's so picky.
I'm going to continue picking this goober out of my eye because it feels like it will never go away.
I'm so sorry.
It's quite annoying. Oh, did he finally get back to me? He did. He did! He has the link!
That is the most excited thing I've ever heard.
Yay! Okay, oh shoot. Okay, I have to turn my volume down. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this still for it. Oh no. He said, sorry for the delay, it's lunchtime. Alright. Oh, there's also lots of these golf putting things into
I've
buttholes.
seen so many of those. They're so fucking...
She looks like she's fucking herself with a leek. Yeah, I told you.
No.
And there's all these, like, Chris Farley gifs and stuff interspersed, and it kills me. I know. She had a space helmet on, trying to suck a dick. There's alien boobs.
Yeah.
She's got a 6-pack of boobs.
That's insane.
Ew.
Ooh, out the nose.
Ew. Why was it blue? That's what I want to know. There's one boob thing in here that's actually absolutely hilarious. It wasn't that, though. I will point it out.
Oh, God.
Booty.
That's not even a fail.
No. I would kill to have a booty that looked like that.
Right?
You kidding me? They're playing sword fight with dildos and vibrators.
You know, that would be a fun thing.
Right?
Those one dildos that I showed you earlier.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes.
We could play Game of Thrones.
But we'd each have to spend $149 for a sword-shaped dildo.
Yeah. Sponsors. No.
What is it? GeekySexToys?
Yes.
.com?
You can find your very own Stark sword. A bell pepper just came out of her butt.
Hey, it's already sauced.
And she just put an entire sausage into her mouth. And then took it back out again. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know why some of the clips are so small.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
paint?
Yeah.
No. What is happening?
They, like, put an image of it over the top.
Was that a hot dog?
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
Punching his balls.
Oh, what is... What?
Wow.
Oh,
God. I cannot do vomit. Yeah.
Out of the nose.
I love the anime porn.
Ouch. Ow. Ow. Why would you do that?
People are very weird.
I'm sorry.
And this is just hilarious.
But there's certain genital piercings that are okay, and there are some that are not, and that wasn't. I love that. I have said that to so many people.
Just hitting the person's face.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Ugh.
I've seen that whole fucking video.
Ugh.
Ugh. So that's called rosebudding.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And very unfortunate.
It is an entire...
Oh, this one.
Oh, there is an entire fetish about this. And
I figured that's why there were so many videos.
And there are so many where whoever does that, they use their mouth.
Blech.
Yeah.
Blech.
It is disgusting. What the fuck just happened?
They blew really high stream of air into the boob, and it made it concave.
I mean,
they put champagne, and then it squirted out. I don't know if that funny thing that I was telling you about is going to be in this one. No. Yep, right in the eye.
No.
Right in the eye. And then they do the other one. Right in the eye.
Not the eye drops I wanted.
Nope. And it was this. Alright. She takes off the sports bra.
Okay, so there's another bra.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fuck ton of bras, isn't there? Wait.
Nope. Just one really, really big bra.
Oh, God.
That was like the... Those, That was like if the Add-A-Cup bras at Victoria's Secret added like 6 cups.
It's time for Brews with Dudes. Ah, juicy. Shall we jump right in?
Let's do it. It's different.
Yeah, that is different. I can definitely taste the malty.
Oh yes,
the malt in it, and normally I don't like that, but
Me neither. It's very red.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking. For once, I'm liking that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Usually I'm not a fan of reds, but this one's pretty good.
It has a nice color.
It really does.
Definitely a winter beer.
Mm-hmm.
I can see this being something to warm your belly.
Still a little hoppy. Not a whole lot of a bite to it, but enough to appreciate.
Ooh, you can smell that malt too.
Yes.
Pretty alright. I'm actually wearing a flannel. I wish I was wearing the flannel that's on the can, because there's some nice colors. 48 IBUs. Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm a fan of Rheingeist. I don't think we've done any of it on the show yet, but I've had the truth. We've all had the truth, I think.
I don't think I've had the truth.
You haven't had the truth?
I haven't had the truth.
I've never had the truth either.
I don't know if you could handle the truth.
I've never had this beer either.
Well,
apparently I can handle Dad.
Wow.
Hey, Daddy.
Whoa. Okay. Holy shit.
Dick's back.
Dad got dick smacked.
Wow.
I can only imagine the things Austin would be saying.
Oh, God. Let's not get started on that.
Stupid.
Let's not do that right now.
WWAS. What would Austin say?
Oh, man. I got a Snapchat from Colby earlier.
Okay.
He was playing Rocksmith, and the song was Through the Fire and Flames.
Wow.
And then, like, I sent him, like, a terrified face. And, yeah, basically that. And about however long the song is later, 7 minutes, whatever it is, I get a picture of the screen that says he got, like, 88% on it. And he's like, rhythm's not bad.
That's
so I was like, try lead. And he sent me a terrified face. And then I think I saved the picture. I'll show it to you real quick.
We've been toying around with Weedbee. Tex is pretty familiar with the song. We've talked about covering it, but it's a pretty righteous song.
That's what I sent him.
Oh, wow.
I sent him a face that says, do it, pussy.
Wow. Do it, vagina.
Milk truck.
There was 5.5 minutes. And the first reference to the greatest hit song of 2017 has already been brought up.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you mean Bad Baby wasn't? Or wait, that's the name of that fucking Cash Me Outside girl. That's her.
Oh,
that's
my
her rap
goodness.
name.
Oh, no.
Bad Baby.
Let's do our best not to...
Spelled BHAD BHABY.
That makes absolute sense.
Bad Baby.
Bad.
I know way too much about that shit.
You do. You do.
Being so connected to the social media.
It's hard to let it. I just became aware of the Backpack Kid. Remember the Backpack Kid?
What's that?
Some kid. He's fucking 14, 15 years old, and he stands there, and I'm gonna do a quick little dance. He does one of these numbers.
Oh. I think I know what you're talking about.
And he was in a Katy Perry music video.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he did not.
And it really just what did he say? He had 300 followers on Instagram.
Jesus.
Posted the video. Somebody hashtag white people dancing or something like that. And some other person reposted it, and in a day that guy got 45,000 followers just because that one dude hashtagged him in.
Does he do his gigs with Left Shark?
I don't know. What's Left Shark?
Left Shark?
Yeah.
From the Super Bowl. From Katy Perry's
show.
Super Bowl performance. There was two sharks. There
Shit
was
like
Right
that.
Shark.
Yes. Yeah. It's like, why did this be? And he only does the dance for 4 seconds. There's nothing else to it.
Let's get back to Left Shark. Because that
remember.
motherfucker was a hero.
I remember.
Oh, you remember?
I remember.
You remember.
Oh, no.
Man. Live each day like you're Left Shark.
Oh, my God. It's quite a culture we live in.
Oh, yeah. I love how that guy immediately became a meme just because he tried harder.
Yep.
He went out there and he gave it his all.
I can't imagine just being that guy. I can't imagine being Backpack Kid. I definitely can't imagine being Left Fin Shark.
He kicked ass.
What's the Korean guy?
William Hung?
The song.
Gangnam Style?
Yeah.
That was garbage.
I don't miss that.
Wow.
I don't
That
miss
was bad.
that. You know, I heard that, a lot of his actual music, that's not part of his actual music, but all the music that didn't get famous because of the internet.
Because it's like anti-American.
It's very anti-American. Yeah, I was like, holy shit. Not that I've heard it, but
where's he from?
He's from Korea.
South
Okay, fellas,
Korea.
there's 2 different Koreas.
South Korea.
It's probably Seoul somewhere.
Yeah.
Around there,
Considering North Korea doesn't have the internet.
True.
Actually, I didn't know if you knew this. North Korea doesn't have culture.
No, they have.
They're not. They
have their dictatorship.
They have
that's
banned culture.
There's also a lot of things they don't have, including food.
Yeah. They make. It's worse than syrup sandwiches. It's just dirt and water.
Their government has an intranet. That's it.
And they're not allowed to use. Did you see that when Trump was doing his latest tour in Asia inside China, they set it up to where he could use his Twitter. And China doesn't even. People aren't allowed to use it.
Wow.
So he went into their country and just said, "Fuck your rules and fuck your laws." And
I need my Twitter.
Right.
He needs it. Yeah.
What do you mean I can't Twitter?
Twitter in chief.
All these celebrities, they need stem cells and all that.
Ever.
Trump needs Twitter. Trump needs Twitter.
Garbage.
It's his life source.
You'd think he has stake in it. We wouldn't know though. We don't know what stake he's got in anything. The only thing we know he doesn't have stake in is Trump steaks because that went bankrupt a long time ago.
Poor Trump steaks.
Some idiot. I'm sorry if this is not an idiot that actually posted it, but they posted something that said Trump just gets escort license approved in China or something. I'm like, are you people really going to believe every single thing that you read? It'd be kind of tight though, but I don't. I don't think I would want to be pleasured by a Trump escort. That just sounds like a mess.
Absolutely not. No.
They're either going to grab me viciously by the crotch without my permission, or they're going to
pee
on me.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I don't want to bring Star Trek into this, but if you've ever watched the show, the sexiest women are green.
Do they pee on you?
I don't know that, but we don't know how sexy orange women.
How could you bring up
true.
Star Trek without knowing if they pee on you? This is like critical to this conversation.
To be fair, Jeff has watched a lot of Star Trek, so I think he's trying to say is he doesn't think that they do.
To the best of my knowledge, I do not recall.
There are some very, very sexy ladies in Star Trek, though. And one of the newest ones, one of the J.J. Abrams ones that you fucking hate, he's getting it with some girl. She's like...
Yeah, and she looks normal. And
she's
then
green or something.
He turns on the light, and she's like green out of nowhere. And it's like, whoa, dude.
I wonder if I would be...
fucked an alien.
Would you fuck an alien, Dongo?
Oh, certainly.
That one, definitely.
If she looked like that, yeah.
If you had to pick a skin color, what would it be?
I am very partial. I mean, I'm a human, so I'm
You're
very
used
partial to, the pale skin.
I'd be like blue. Like blue. Like Thrawn, or maybe a purple.
It's like a Smurf.
You immediately bring up a male character.
Of course, I'm a male. And we're talking about my skin color, not the skin color of an alien that I'm... What are we talking about?
What are we
I don't know anymore.
Fucking blue chicks.
Fucking started talking about beers. Now we're talking about weird alien sex. Like.
Okay. We really went off the deep end on that one.
Good God.
All right, we need to finish up this beer and get moving on to the next one.
It's tasty. It's red. It's not heavy.
Yeah, those are...
Yet not watery.
No, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that.
Very tasty. So what else do we got on the docket tonight? We got the Three Floyds. We've got
a couple from Taxman.
Yes, we do. We have 2 from Taxman. So maybe the next one's really strong.
Yeah.
I feel like we should definitely do the...
Do you want to try that bomber?
We gotta save that for last.
Yeah? Okay.
Gotta save that bad boy for last, because it's definitely the most different, too.
Mm-hmm.
We should dive into that Three Floyds. I don't remember what it's called. Hazy something?
Foggy Geezer.
Foggy Geezer.
It's a hazy IPA.
So we went from dad
IPA.
to Foggy Geezer.
Yes.
We're just getting progressively older here.
And then we're going to get to the Taxman. So,
Which
not a
is
bad combination.
a skeleton on it. So you're just, again, progressively aging. You're just dead.
This one has a skeleton on it, too.
Oh, I guess you're right.
I don't know what a Rheingeist is. Or what the Rheingeist is.
Not sure. Breaking it down.
The Rhine is a river.
In Germany.
So maybe it's the ghost of the river.
Ooh.
I like that a lot.
River ghost. It's not bad. That fits.
Or the river spirit.
That looks like a spirit. On the can. The little drip. The skull drip. Whatever it is. Me neither. Thanks again to everybody out there liking the page, sharing the posts. It's been a good couple weeks for the start of Brews with Dudes. Just under 500 likes. We're getting lots of downloads. I want to give another quick shout out to the Journey into Comics Network for hosting us. They've been really awesome, really gracious. Nice dudes, nice chicks, nice shows. There's so many shows. I could spend a whole day watching all the shows that are on the network. I need to get better about watching them. I've been delving in.
Yeah? Which was... Like, give an example.
There's the network's called Journey into Comics, and then they've got their main show, Journey into Comics.
Sure.
So that's the one that I end up watching or listening to a lot of. And then there's Dick's, the Podcastrophe. So I usually listen to that one. There's another one called Foodies Watching Movies. There's another one called Butt Stuff.
Butt Stuff.
Butt Stuff.
Ah. Not butt stuff.
Not butt stuff. But
there's another one called Literature. Literature, like lit.
Like lit.
I don't think that one's been announced yet.
How has it not been announced yet?
Because it hasn't premiered yet.
Maybe I've said something I shouldn't say.
Oops.
Spoiler alert.
Maybe we can edit that out. Lots of fun stuff on there. So if you're listening to this, you might as well go and listen to the other ones too.
I want to read that Darth Vader comic.
There's a Darth Vader comic.
Yeah, you didn't know about this?
I did not.
Oh, wow. It's a whole series devoted to Darth Vader's
nice.
Wow.
adventure.
You know, earlier this year, we started, on Journey into Comics, we started reading the Darth Maul series comics. It's like it was going to be like, I can't remember how many issues. It was only going to be like 7, I think. And we only read the first issue. We were going to keep going, but we never did. Kind of want to read the rest because it was really good. The first issue was, they did a really good job of capturing like the characters from that universe, because it started like I think right, if you watch Clone Wars, right after Sidious defeats Maul.
Yeah, that's kind of how they finished their role on the Clone Wars, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's his name? Maul and his brother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just they get overwhelmed by Sidious, and then it's like, yeah, you're gonna be my bitch forever. It's like, yeah, we are.
Yep.
And that was it.
This is the first issue. Spoiler is Maul going after Dooku.
Interesting.
So it takes place like back then. Still, I never.
Well, that
I
shit
really
just
need
pisses me off then.
Yeah.
'Cause that means that. I mean, we know he didn't get him.
Yeah.
And how the fuck are you gonna explain that Darth Maul can't even beat Dooku?
Well, I mean, but then I haven't gotten there yet. I need to actually sit and watch Star Wars Rebels. But eventually, they teased that Maul was gonna go after old man Obi-Wan.
He did.
I need to watch it. I need to watch that whole series because I've heard nothing but good things.
None of us watched it except Jeff.
I saw it.
Man,
don't spoil the things that you haven't already spoiled.
Jeez.
I guess the internet did it more than you did, but
yeah. I will say though, it's very disappointing because they make Darth Maul out to be an absolute pussy.
Which is not the impression you got at all when he was introduced.
Correct.
No.
If they did one right thing with the prequel trilogy, Darth Maul was probably it. He didn't never talk. He was that menacing dude.
Yeah, he talked way more on Clone Wars.
Way more.
And you.
Oh yeah.
I felt like he kind of lost a bit of his. Obviously, he lost the mystique that was him, but he just. I don't know. He kind of lost his draw for me when I started hearing him talk more, and hearing him like just. He was a savage, which is hilarious because his brother's name is Savage.
Savage.
Sorry.
Savage was just muscle and
yeah, he
strength.
was just fucking. He was a brute, and there's nothing wrong with that. He was a tank. Everybody needs a tank.
I don't need a Savage on my team, especially one that fucking dumb. I didn't like him.
He was pretty dumb.
His entire appeal was just him being big and spiky and shit. You gonna finish
Darth Maul's brother?
Well, yeah. Was he technically his brother, or was it just like we're all part of this clan and we've all been birthed from this same crazy?
I'm pretty sure it was his actual brother.